Hello, I'm Arman Khodaei, a 24-year-old individual with high-function autism. Today I will be reviewing Temple Grandin, which aired on HBO, which is about, of course, Temple Grandin, who also has high-function autism and has invented the hug machine for individuals with autism and many livestock inventions that have helped the lives on farms and helped it easier for them to transition to being slaughtered and whatnot. So, about the film, well, I first want to start off with Temple Grandin's remarks. I searched up her remarks because I was very curious to see what she thought of the film since it was about her life, and she had very positive things to say. She said it was like stepping back into time, and that Claire Danes really nailed the performance. So, and I think looking at, Claire Danes really did do a very good job of getting to Temple Grandin's character. And she really did portray, she got like her voice right and everything. And so in terms of Temple Grandin's portrayal, it was a great performance. The movie seems to be, an adaptation, of course, of Temple Grandin's life. Most of the material seems to be taken from the book Emergence, and also the book Thinking in Pictures. I will be doing a review of those two books in the future. I don't know when yet. I'll get around to reviewing both of those books. And of course there's probably material taken from elsewhere too, from her life. Overall, the direction was pretty good. I would have preferred, the cinematography was decent, but it's an HBO film, so that's okay. In terms of, it really emphasized the whole picture thing. It was an interesting representation, and I liked how everything moved very quickly because with autism, the thought process does happen right away. So, everything went by. Didn't really focus on one image too long with the whole picture aspect, and I can't speak for Temple Grandin 100%. And she did like the film, but I do think though that that's probably the closest, or very close to what can be achieved in film, but it is far bigger than that in terms of I don't 100% think in pictures like that, but I know with my thought process that is quicker and very formulated at very fast speeds. So I'm glad that they didn't make it seem like a thought process where she dwelled or anything like that. It was very good to see, the focus on her character and what she had to overcome in her challenges, and how I would have liked to see, I think Temple Grandin really has a connection to animals, and once again, I can't speak for Temple Grandin, but I do think, that it's easier for Temple Grandin to relate to animals than it is for humans. And we do see kind of that connection, we see that she cares, but maybe just a little bit more. But overall, it was pretty good. We saw the connection to her favorite horse, and, we see that she wants to make it easier for the cattle and everything. And so overall, the film, I think the film could have had maybe a little bit more to it, but overall the film is solid. And for those that find Temple Grandin interesting or want, the female perspective of high function autism, then Temple Grandin is an excellent film in that matter. I never have been 100% been able to relate to everything of Temple Grandin. Not everybody with autism has the same common interest, but I do know some people with autism that are very much into horses and animals and everything like that. And I think certain people with autism will be able to relate to this film more than I do. There's some other autism books or films that I relate more so. Overall, having read Emergence and Thinking in Pictures, there were definitely some things that I relate to. How she gets overwhelmed by certain sensations and things, and then some things that just don't click for me either. So, but a lot of it does click for me. In addition, what I really liked the most in terms of the film was how they showed the screeching of the marker, because that's exactly how I felt about markers and how she got irritated a bit. And you know, I could definitely use a squeeze machine myself, is all I have to say. And that's actually, after reading her book Emergence, I was like, wow, I really want one of these squeeze machines, because it felt like something I could really use. But I don't have one, but I think that would definitely be helpful to me. So even though this isn't a review of the squeeze machine, I think that's about the movie. So overall, the film is a must-see for all fans of Temple Grandin, for parents wanting to get an additional perspective, and I recommend even for individuals with autism, because I think some individuals with autism relate to certain aspects of it. I relate to some aspects of it, you know, some of the characteristics, being overflooded by the sensations again. But I think I feel a little bit more connection to people than Temple Grandin does, but I do also love animals too in that regard, but nowhere near to that regard, and I'm not anywhere near the genius that she is in terms of seeing in pictures. I do visualize a lot, but nowhere near the degree that she does. So everybody, you know, is unique and different on a spectrum. So I thank you, and it's a solid movie, so go and see it.